Hello again. This is Dr. Arnie Shapiro with session 47 of my series, Breathing Easy, Brief Relaxation Techniques for Busy People. We are working with relaxors to induce the relaxation response and counter the stress response. Relaxors are soothers. In the past few sessions, I have focused on breathing as a relaxor. Relaxor breathing is, is described as deep, slow, smooth, and rhythmic. These qualities were described in yoga texts 1,000 years ago, and before that by oral tradition. They make up the science of pranayama, and there's lots of textbooks on pranayama, but I feel that the key breathing teaching is breathing that is deep, slow, smooth, and rhythmic. And in those days, it was described as inducing inner peace. Nowadays, I'm describing it as inducing the relaxation response. So we combined relaxor breathing, soothing breathing, that kind of breathing we just talked about, with other relaxors like words, soothing touch, soothing movement, and smiling. We've even, well, today we will combine it with the relaxor of gratitude. But first, we will review the aspects of breathing that are anatomically set in our genes. And so we'll focus on breathing itself and the anatomy and the function of breathing that we all have and all share. And so what we'll turn to is now a review of the function of the diaphragm. The diaphragm breathes us during the night when we're asleep. It also breathes us during the day when we're awake, but we might be able to influence our breathing by volition, our choices. But at night, our volition is not there, and the diaphragm breathes us all by itself, 24/7, 365. It's like our heart. It's this always working muscle that we could either take for granted or we could take with gratitude. So the diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle. It divides the chest and the abdomen, and it's relaxed in its dome shape. And then when it contracts, it flattens and lowers, and that makes more room in the chest, and air comes in to the lungs. When the diaphragm relaxes and reforms its dome shape, there's less room in the chest, and the air goes out. So it does that all night long under the regulation of the brain. The brain has sensors that sense the oxygen levels in our blood, and based on that, give instructions to the diaphragm of how often to do its contractions. The heart also gets instructions from the brain based on blood pressure of how hard to beat, how often to beat. So we are all the bearers of this wonderful DNA legacy that works beautifully and is so reliable, and in my opinion, deserves our gratitude. So we're all breathing all the time. It unites us. Furthermore, we're breathing the Earth's air. So we are united on the basis of that we all use the Earth's air. And the Earth's air is very generous. There's a very sufficient supply of it. We breathe abundance into us. And I would say we breathe abundance to abundance because we breathe the Earth's air to serve all the trillions of our cells. Um, so breathing is always fresh and new and now. So it's always, let's say, it's worthwhile to focus on the breathing because it brings us into the present moment. And we could take a series of breaths and have gratitude for each breath in the series. Today, I will end with a review of what I call breathing shorthands. They are abbreviations of, let's say they're abbreviations that signify some important points about breathing. So the first abbreviation is BMBB. It stands for Breathe My Best Breaths. Breathe with the qualities of deep, slow, smooth, and rhythmic. The next abbreviation is BTAS. Breathe through a smile. So you could form a little smile on your lips and you could breathe, and you're actually breathing right past that smile. If you breathe through your mouth, you're breathing through the smile. If you're breathing through your nose, it's right past the smile. And so you're breathing in, smiling inward, and you're breathing out, smiling outward. The final abbreviation is BEST. Breathe, enjoy, smile, thank. Breathe these breaths, enjoy these breaths, smile these breaths, and thank these breaths. So I hope that you will spend some time with your breathing and, let's say, give it your attention and give it your praise and give it your gratitude. It does deserve it. So that's it for today. I'll see you next time. Namaste.